What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today, I want to talk about some things I stated in one of my previous videos regarding my son and the type of cancer that he has. For those that are new to my channel, welcome. And for those who don't know, uh, my son does have cancer, and we are currently getting him treated for that right now, actually. I'm at the hospital right now. There's the band. Boom. But anyway, I want to talk about the type of cancer he has. My son has something called retinoblastoma. What that is basically, that is it's a cancer where a tumor grows in the back of the eye, covering the retina. Um, it's most commonly known in children 5 and under. So I haven't heard of any adult cases yet, or any like older children, things like that. Um, this type of cancer is treatable. Um, One of the treatment options is chemotherapy. Chemotherapy for my son, that's what he's going through, but he's getting chemotherapy shot directly to the eye, directly to the tumor, and that comes with a series of treatment. It also comes with a series of tests that has to be done periodically throughout a week. So a lot of we spend a lot of time in the doctors, basically. Uh, Another treatment option would be to pull the eye completely, and even though that sounds very harsh, uh, that option is that option is given when more so his life is more at risk, meaning like if the tumor was to burst and it was to spread throughout his body or spread to the other eye, then you know an option would be to pull the eye to stop that from happening, basically. But that all depends on what stage of the cancer is in. Like I said, like if it looks like the tumor is going to burst or anything like that, or if they like if you're if you're on chemo and the chemo is not working properly with you, because chemo does not always agree with everybody the same. So that would be one of the reasons why that option is available. The main thing is you don't want this tumor to burst or spread. If it was to burst or to spread, it can be extremely harmful or fatal. And, you know, that's worst case, and that's not nothing nobody wants, or I want, or anybody for that matter. But yeah. Talk more about Cade. Cade has right now on his second treatment. We've been traveling to Philadelphia from Virginia, and that's about a 5-hour drive roughly. And each time we travel, we stay about a week span. During that week, Cade goes through a series of tests, including a COVID test every time. Every 72 hours, they have to do a COVID test. I don't, I don't know why, but that's just a thing. And so, yeah, we spend a couple of days. We spend about 7 days up here at a time. He had his first treatment done roughly about a month ago. And during that treatment, that's when we found out about the cancer and how far along he was and what stage he was in, and you know we saw a diagram of what the cancer looked like, and we saw a diagram of the seeds that were around the tumor and around his eye and everything like that. That's when we also found out what kind of treatment option he was going to get. We're up here seeing Dr. Carol Shields. She is a world-renowned doctor that specializes in this particular type of cancer. So parents, if you were out there and your child or something has a retinoblastoma, or if you are fearful that your child might have retinoblastoma, please don't hesitate to take a look into Dr. Shields. Her and her team has been doing a tremendous job taking care of my son and taking care of me and Kennedy as well. They're very informative. They don't sugarcoat things. They don't lie. They tell it how it is, and they tell you what to prepare for. So that's been like one of the most helpful things, is knowing what exactly I'm preparing myself for with each one of the visits. With that first visit, he was given chemotherapy. In order to give him the chemotherapy, they had to go within his groin and go up the side of him and through the back of his eye in order to administer the shot. They don't give, if they can help it, they won't give a child chemotherapy to the whole body for the eye. They will give it directly to the eye, and that's the thing she specializes in the most. With Kate's second visit, we saw another diagram of the progress of the chemo from his first visit, and we were very overwhelmed by it, very overwhelmed about how my son had took to the chemo and how strong he has been and how he was fighting. Because after seeing that, and after seeing the diagram, it kind of just it blew me back, and I was like, so amazed and so grateful and so thankful of her team. Um, anyway, I want to show y'all that diagram. I don't know if y'all can see that well or anything like that, but basically this is the first diagram. As you can see, there's the eye, and there's a top view of the eye. This yellow spot right here, that is the tumor itself, the mass of it. The green right there would be all of the cancer seeds, and from what she explained, that was over 10,000 cancer seeds that was in his eye next to that tumor, covering up his retina, which made him where he couldn't see. And at first, I didn't know that. I didn't know that my boy was having problems seeing until she explained it. And so basically, he had all this covering his vision. And yeah, he was at very high risk with this tumor and everything like that. After the first chemo, we have a different diagram. Same thing. There's a side view and a top view of the eye. That yellow mass you saw has now shrunk down tremendously. And the seeds that you saw have shrunk down, or basically melted away, is the term they use, have melted completely from over 10,000 to about 2 seeds now. What you see right here is a path to his retina, so now his retina is somewhat cleared. And she explained that if he could explain it to us, that if he had words, because he's 2, that he would tell us that he could see so much better. And because of that, she is very confident that she's going to be able to save his central vision, most of it anyway. One of the risks of having retinoblastoma and going through the chemotherapy is most children lose their vision in whatever eye that they're getting the treatment in. In Cade's case, his tumor was so close to his nose, and the seeds had melted tremendously, that when the tumor shrunk down and the seeds had melted, it opened up his retina some, which means that they're very confident they're going to be able to save his central vision. And I'm very grateful for that, because I was already preparing for him to be pretty much blind in one eye. They have a goal here. Their goal is to save the life first, and their second goal is to save the eye, and their third goal is to, if they can, save the vision. And I'm just grateful that that's an option that's on the table for Cade. I'm very proud of him, and I'm very overwhelmed by him. Like, I look at my son as my superhero. That's my hero, because as a parent, you are supposed to protect your child, and that's your job. You're supposed to protect your child. You're supposed to provide for them, and when they hurt themselves, you want to be there. You want to like wipe their scrapes, or kiss their boo-boos or whatever. And for my particular boy, I had to put a sword and shield in his hand and tell him to fight for his life. And he's doing that at 2, and he doesn't even understand that. And to me, it just blows me back. It shows me so much, and it inspires me and it pushes me, because it shows that that I'm raising strong warriors. I'm raising strong children. Cade is a twin, and he does have a big sister, and she's been looking out for him. She's really been like worried about him. That's more so her baby, if anything. But Cade, man, that's my hero. I couldn't be there for him in this fight. He had to this was his battle, and he had to take it on his own. And he's been doing that. And I couldn't be more happier, and I couldn't be more proud of him for doing that. We are not out the woods yet, but everybody, including the doctors, are very confident that Cade is going to come out on top. Even if there was a problem with his vision, he's still gonna come out on top. Um, she very much stressed to me and Kennedy both that Cade is going to be a survivor of this, and that just took me, man. It took me out because that's all I wanted to hear. That's all I wanted for my child and for my children is to be healthy and to be safe. And it amazes me, man. Like it just amazes me the strength of children, and I'm just so thankful that God has given him the strength he needs to be able to fight for his little life because I can't do it for him. All I could do is get him here, and the rest is on him, and that's just so much for a 2-year old, and it's just amazing to me, and I can't get over that. Um, when we first found out about all of this that was going on, um, a lot of my friends and a lot of my family came to my aid, and that was very overwhelming for me too because I'm pretty much one of those type of people. I struggle in silence, and the way people have surrounded themselves around me and surrounded themselves around my son, and Kennedy and the rest of my family, I'm just so overwhelmed by that as well. Like, um, I had a very long talk with one of my cousins, and you know, she helped me through some things that I pretty much got real deep into. And I'm not gonna get deep into that conversation, but like she helped me out of a very tough situation. And doing so, she asked me, pretty much why am I doing this alone, and like why not get the help, why not start a GoFundMe and things like that. And I told her, that I just felt like I had enough family and things like that that would come to my aid if I needed to. And she asked me, was that pride or did I truly believe that? And I'm not gonna let y'all see my head. I didn't shave, but thinking back on it now, and just sitting here in Philly while my son gets his treatment, the truth to that is it was pride, and it was pride because I was ashamed, and I don't know why I was ashamed, but I just felt like I don't know. I got that old mentality of a man's supposed to be a man and he's supposed to be able to take care of his family. And yes, that is true. But this this particular situation has shown me that I too can struggle and I too need help. I wasn't very strong in the beginning of this. I was very hurt, for my son, and I was very hurt financially. These trips are not cheap, not one bit, and I was just prepared to take this on by myself. And when I had to ask for help from some of my families and things like that, they came through. And a bunch of friends I didn't even ask help for, they came through. And it got to the point where it's just realized like I need that help. I needed that. And I remember I got in a group chat with my siblings and I asked them for a little bit of help for this trip right here. And my oldest brother Chris, he came to my aid. Hello? Great. Great news. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you, sir. Bye. That was the news for Kay's treatment. That was the doctor let me know that they were able to administer the treatment and everything went fine and he's doing good. And they're gonna call me once he's woken up. That just warmed me up. I was very Man, that felt good. That just feels good alone. One second though. But anyway, so like I was saying, um, my brother Chris, he came to my aid. I asked for some help. He came to my aid, and I guess somewhere in there, my mom, she kind of like put a battery in his back for me and pushed the GoFundMe for me, and he set that up for me, and he did a beautiful job. And he was that strength for me that I didn't have for myself. I was still being weak from too much pride, and I just want to thank him, because if he wouldn't have done that for me, I wouldn't have done it either, and I probably would still be struggling. and I can't express enough gratitude to him. You know, I can't express how much I love him. I can't express how much I thank him for doing that for me, because when he did that, and the way you guys came to Cade and came to my aid and showed me that how much you guys, cared about us and loved us, you know, it just showed me, a different look on things. It just, and I see things just different now. I see that, being a good person, being a good parent, being all these things, just I strive to be a very good person. I strive to be a great parent and everything. And I see it has its rewards, and it has its rewards through people in times of struggle. And I just want to thank each and every one of you that, came to me and came to Cade and came to my family's aid during our struggle. This, man, like this is a battle that still we're still fighting, and though we're confident we're gonna come out on top, you know, it's still a battle, because there are the what ifs, and there are things that can go wrong. But I needed you guys, and you didn't disappoint me. You came through, and I don't know how to say thank you to you guys. I don't know how to say it enough to you guys. Like, all I know is just that I am so grateful. I am so grateful for everything that everybody has done for me and done for my family. Like, I don't even know what to say. I just know thank you. Like, thank God for all of you, and thank you all the ones who sent things anonymously. Thank you. Like, I can't say that enough to you. I love each and every one of you, and I mean that sincerely. And it shows how much you love me, and it shows how much you love my son. Y'all did not hesitate to come to me and pull me out of this struggle. And thank you. Just thank you. Seriously, I love you all. But anyway, so expect more videos from me. Expect more updates from Kate. Um, yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.